On the scramble, Daniel does the green V. He starts off by solving this bar, and then he inserts the green-red edge, rotates, and gets a hedge. Your solution on the scramble wasn't terrible. There were some other options that could have been faster. For example, on green, if you inserted this yellow edge first, then you can get this ao5 case that and it cancels into it. However, if you see that this is actually canceling into the ao5, then you can execute it in 7 moves, and the way I would do that is like this. There are also several pseudo Vs that you could have tried, like here, the other one, like this. And this one can also be done with ao5 to save some moves. On the scramble, Daniel does the green V. He starts off by pairing up the green-blue edge with the center, solves this center so he can make a bar, rotates and inserts the green-yellow, and then gets this ao5 case. Alright, so your V solution on this was not good. There were much better V options. For example, on green, you do that pairs up those edges, and then you can do a B move, and you get a 2-flip. However, there's another way of doing that. If you move this down first, then you get L3E, which you can do that. There were a bunch of different solutions I found, like this. You can do this. Yeah, so your V solution on that definitely could have been a lot better, so you need to start working on finding more efficient Vs, because doing 3 moves to insert one piece and then another 3 moves just to insert another piece and then not influence a good ao5 case is not really worth doing. On this scramble, Daniel does the red, green, yellow top. He starts off by solving this center, which just leaves him up with a 3-move insert to solve the top, rotates and gets a 2-flip. Okay, your solution on this scramble was not very great. Your top was a lot of moves, and then it gave you a 2-flip, which made the whole body just kind of way too long. Another solution for this scramble is on red, where if you would solve this piece and this piece, like this, bring that up, bring that down, here you get this ao5 case, which would normally solve like this. However, since you get it from this AUF and the first move's already done like this, there's an alternate alg that goes like this, and that cancels both AUFs, which is really nice. You also could have done this solution on yellow, where you solve this piece in a way that it sets up the 3-move 1-flip case to solve the V rather than doing top first. So I would do that like this to solve this piece, and then I can insert that, and here you get this case, which you can also cancel into. You can also try doing it like this, and this ao5 can be solved really easily like that. So that's more moves, but it is really finger trick friendly. On green, another solution you could have seen is solving the red green and the blue green, and I would do that like this. Bring that down, pair that up, and then you just get that case with no AUF at the end. On this scramble, Daniel does the red V. He sees that he can do one move, and that sets up into a hedge. Then he rotates and does ao4 like this. Okay, so there are a couple things I like about this solve. I like that you recognize you can do the hedge V. The alg used here is fine, but I would only use it when it cancels one or both AUFs. In this case, it cancels the second AUF. An alternate alg for this case that cancels both AUFs goes like this. A better solution on this scramble would be doing the blue V. You can insert this red blue and this red green edge, and it's pretty easy to see that I'll set up L3E, because when you move over the center, the red green edge will be right here, and this edge is not going to be disturbed, and it's just going to do an R prime. So you can just do, to match that up, set that up, solve that. That edge gets solved, that edge, you just insert, and that's 9 moves. On this scramble, Daniel does the red V. He starts off by inserting this piece with a sledge, rotates here, inserts blue, and then gets a 2-flip. Okay, so first on your scramble, if you saw that after you did the sledge that you get a pseudo V, on this case you can do it like this, and then it cancels like that. However, a little bit better is if you do a U and make it the other pseudo V, it just gives you a 3-move insert and no AUF. Another way you can solve this pseudo V is if you did this algorithm, and it gives you a really nice finish because it goes like this. So even though that's a little bit higher in move count, it is really fast. Other solutions that you could have tried are on blue. Here you can do this V like this, and it gives you this case. However, you can try to influence your L4E case here because your V pieces are not in the top layer before you do your first move. So if I do a U prime, this edge will solve, and it gives me an L3E case. Overall, I think your V solutions really need a lot of work. You solve them on the front or with weird rotations a lot and quite inefficiently a lot of the times. So I think you can start working on a lot of VFMC and things like that and trying to influence your L4E algs. This just takes a lot of practice and a lot of time. Also, I would recommend that you start learning more ML4E and advanced L4E algs, as this will help you with one looking and getting your body count down.